Next question. Jocko, my leader is not an extreme ownership disciple. Among other things, he's fostering division within our team. How do I help lead those who no longer trust in the commander but are awesome guys who want to stay involved? How do I bring them back into the fold without threatening our lead or our dear leader?
All right. Well, first of all, you got to become a buffer between your boss and your team. That's what you need to do. Try and absorb as much negativity as you can, and make sure you don't spread that negativity. Right? This is a delicate situation that we've talked about before. If you completely support the boss and act like the boss is the greatest person in the world, the team is going to reject you, or there's a high likelihood that they're going to reject you. At the same time, if you completely reject the boss, then you've actually aided in dividing the team, because now the team is not aligned with the boss. So you have to balance. You have to balance this. And one of the best ways to do this is to listen to this, you got to put the importance of the mission and the team above the egos and attitudes. So I'm going to say something like, look guys, I know we have our differences with the chain of command on some things, but we have a job to do. All right, we have a mission to accomplish, and even though we might not agree with the boss on everything, it's our team. It's our team. And the performance of the team, sure, it reflects the boss, but it reflects us too. So what I say we do is win. Let's win. Let's be the best, regardless of what the boss does or what the boss says. Let's win to prove that even with a situation where the leadership might be lacking a bit, we're so good that we're going to win anyways. Who wants to get some of that, right?
Yep.
There you go. Let's win despite poor leadership. That's what we're going to do. And I'll tell you what, in my younger and maybe a little less politically savvy days, I would have said something like, let's win not just despite our leadership, but let's win to spite our leadership. Like, we would just perform so well in the face of a horrible leader. And we're going to show everyone what was up. The underdog Cinderella story we're going to rock. So that's cool. You know, sometimes you're winning not just despite your leadership, but to spite them. I've done that a couple times in my career. Not the best one. It's better to win despite them. So despite we got some rough leadership, it's okay. And the other thing is, you even when you're doing that with a bad leader, you still got to be careful not to step on the leader's toes. And the way you do that is really easy. You give them all the credit. And that's great. And that little nagging voice that you've got in the back of your head that wants credit, you know that one I'm talking about? That ego back there. Don't worry about that. I'm telling you right now, you will get the credit in the long run. You will get the credit. Don't worry about it. You might not get the credit on this one, or even this week, this month, maybe not even this year, but eventually you will get the credit and recognition that you deserve, that you want, because your boss's boss, he knows what's up. He knows what's up. And your troops know what's up. And so when everybody knows what's up, when you have a truly bad leader, the truly bad leader they're not just walking around fooling everyone in an organization. It's not happening. It's not happening. And if it does happen, it doesn't happen for long. It only happens, there's a limited time that it can happen for. Because every idiotic move that leader makes down the chain of command, at least 1 out of every 5 he does something stupid up the chain of command too. And so how is that group performing so well? We know it's not the leader. He's an idiot. Oh, they must have some good junior leadership in there. Who's those guys? Oh, that's Echo Charles. He's in charge of that squad. And they're crushing it. So don't worry about that. Just lead and win and give that credit away, and it's going to come back to you tenfold. That's what you do.
Kind of in a way goes back to like people are watching. They're watching.
For
so
sure.
If he's a poor leader,
people are going to pick up on that.
Yeah.
And they're not going to, that doesn't mean that the boss's boss is going to advertise that.
Right.
Because the boss's boss, they're a good leader.
Yeah.
So the boss's boss isn't going to come and undermine them.
Yeah.
No, but when the time comes for promotion, when the time comes for a reorganization, that's who's going to be having, that's where the adjustments are going to be made.
Yeah. That's a good point there.
But we get so wrapped up. The ego gets you.
Yeah.
The ego gets you.
Yeah.
Gotta watch out for that thing.
Yeah, to truly let it go when you don't get the credit and you, for real, think that you deserve the credit, to truly let it go, there's the challenge.
Yeah, that's a challenging one. Relish in that challenge. Laugh at it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Boss, you did awesome. Good job.
yeah, because I feel like, anyway, when that does happen, and it's not even necessarily someone else gets the credit for what you did. It's just that something big happened and it just went completely unnoticed that it was straight up because of you, right? That's a potential scenario. But let's say you don't say anything. I think that there is a small feeling of satisfaction that you're like, you took the high road and didn't say anything.
I completely get that feeling. Maybe that's my ego.
Yeah.
Well, look at me over here. I'm not even saying anything. I'm giving away so much credit. I'm the man.
That's like the perfect amount of ego, right? Or perfectly directed ego. But because usually it's eclipsed by the fact that you didn't get your credit.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard, man.
We all want the credit.
Got to work on that.
Check.